For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
What's the one missing piece to turn the Brewers from a great team into a dynasty? The front office might have found the answer, and it's a name that will shake the foundations of the MLB. I have the exclusive details on this blockbuster move. To make sure you miss nothing, the first step is to subscribe and hit the bell. Trust me on this. Hello, Blue and Gold Nation! What's going on, my beloved Brew Crew? Welcome back to the channel, your #1 source for everything about our Milwaukee Brewers. I'm your host, and today we have a bombshell, one of those inside scoops that could redefine the future of our franchise. But before we dive deep into this exclusive information, I need to ask you one thing. If you're a true Brewers fan, if you live and breathe every pitch, every at-bat, and you want to stay ahead of the news with analysis that goes beyond the surface, then do yourself and this channel a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. It's fast, it's free, and it ensures you'll never miss a breaking story like the one I'm about to drop. Trust me, you're gonna want to be part of this conversation. Done? Great. Let's get down to business. It's late August 2025 and the situation couldn't be better. The Milwaukee Brewers, our team, are on top of the baseball world. We're leading the National League Central Division with a comfortable cushion and boast one of the best records in all of MLB. Our starting rotation is, without a shadow of a doubt, the deepest and most formidable in the league. Corbin Burnes continues to be a dominant ace. Freddie Peralta has rediscovered his all-star form, and the rest of the pitching staff has been spectacular. Our bullpen, despite a few hiccups here and there, has been mostly solid, closing out games when it matters most. And our offense? Well, it's been a personification of our philosophy. Find a way to win. Whether it's with an explosive home run from William Contreras or by manufacturing runs with small ball, smart base running, and productive outs. This team has heart, it has grit, and it has the chemistry of a champion. However, every fan knows that in baseball, good is never good enough, especially when you're dreaming of a World Series. Around the trade deadline a few weeks ago, the general consensus among analysts, and even within some circles of our own fan base, was that we were missing one piece, a pure power hitter. One of those sluggers who sits in the middle of the lineup and terrorizes opposing pitchers. A guy who can change the scoreboard with a single swing. Our general manager, Matt Arnold, and the front office explored the market, but as we know, no impact trade materialized. The decision was made to roll with the group we have, trusting in our cohesion and versatility, and so far, that bet has paid off. But the game of chess in baseball never stops. The top teams are always thinking 2-3 moves ahead. And this is where today's news comes in. Even though the regular season is in full swing and our focus is entirely on the approaching postseason, the league's back channels are already buzzing with speculation about the upcoming offseason. And I have a piece of information from an extremely reputable source in the industry that links the Brewers to a name that would make any fan daydream. According to Robert Murray of Fansided, a journalist with deep connections throughout the league, the Milwaukee Brewers are being viewed as a potential and surprising destination for Philadelphia Phillies star, left-handed slugger Kyle Schwarber. Let's break this down calmly. Kyle Schwarber, a name that is synonymous with raw power, a guy who has led the National League in home runs, who has vast and successful postseason experience, including a World Series ring. The mere mention of his name in connection with Milwaukee is in itself a paradigm shift. Murray, in his analysis of Schwarber's future free agency, highlighted big market teams like the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees as obvious favorites. He mentioned the appeal of a return to Chicago to play at Wrigley Field, but he specifically included Milwaukee in the conversation, stating that Schwarber could take pretty much every contending team over the top and make them serious World Series threats. And he is absolutely right. Now let's dissect what this would mean for us. Imagine our current lineup, which is already efficient, with the addition of a designated hitter, DH, like Kyle Schwarber. Picture him slotted in as the 4th or 5th hitter, protecting William Contreras or Sal Frelick. The dynamic of our offense would change overnight. Pitchers could no longer navigate our batting order with ease. Every inning would become a minefield. Schwarber isn't just a home run hitter, he also has elite patience at the plate, which results in a high number of walks and consequently more men on base for other hitters to drive in. His presence would force opponents to pitch to our other good hitters, creating a positive ripple effect throughout the entire lineup. American Family Field, with its favorable dimensions for left-handed power hitters, would be his personal playground. We could be talking about 45 to 50 home runs annually from a single position. This isn't just an improvement, it's a transformation. It's the kind of move that signals to the entire league that the Brewers are no longer content with just competing. They are here to dominate. The question, of course, and the most complex part of this equation is the cost. And that's what we're going to talk about next, detailing the challenges and the audacity a move like this would require from our front office. The reality is that bringing a player of Kyle Schwarber's caliber to Milwaukee involves a challenge that has always been our biggest hurdle: financials. Schwarber will be on the market seeking a substantial multi-year contract, likely in the 4 to 5 year range, with an annual average value that could easily exceed $25 million. For a small market franchise like ours, this is rarely explored territory. Historically, the Brewers have built their winning teams through smart drafting, player development, and shrewd trades, the famous Brewers way. Big free agent contracts, especially for hitters in their 30s, are not part of our traditional playbook. So why is this speculation surfacing now? And why does it make more sense than ever? First, we have to look at the current moment for our franchise. The window to win a World Series with this core of players is wide open. We have an elite pitching staff, one of the best catchers in the league in William Contreras, and a group of young talents like Jackson Chourio and Sal Frelick who are just beginning to hit their stride. The time is now. Waiting could mean watching this window close. The front office under Matt Arnold's leadership knows this. They know that sometimes to make the final leap from very good team to undisputed champion, you have to step out of your comfort zone and take a calculated risk. Signing Schwarber would be exactly that. A declaration that the opportunity to win supersedes a rigid adherence to a fiscal philosophy. Second, the structure of our team is perfectly set up to absorb a player like him. With the designated hitter position being universal in the National League, we wouldn't have to worry about his defensive limitations. He would be paid to do one thing: hit. This maximizes his value and minimizes his weaknesses. Furthermore, our clubhouse culture, led by veterans and our manager, is strong enough to integrate a major star without disrupting the chemistry that has made us so successful. He wouldn't be coming in to be the savior, but rather the final piece of an already well-assembled puzzle. The competition will be fierce. There's no denying it. Teams like the Red Sox, who desperately need left-handed power for Fenway Park, or the Yankees, who are always in the market for big names, will have the financial might to theoretically outbid us. But Milwaukee has its own trump cards. We have an established winning culture. We have one of the most passionate and loyal fan bases in all of sports, the Brew Crew, who create an electric atmosphere at American Family Field. And crucially, we offer the chance to be the offensive centerpiece of a team that is already on the doorstep of a title. For a competitor like Schwarber, the chance to be the guy who pushes us over the top could be as enticing as a slightly larger paycheck from another team. This rumor, at its core, represents an inflection point for the Brewers organization. Do we continue to be the smart, efficient, overachieving team? Or do we leverage our recent success, the increased revenue from playoff games, and the city's excitement to make a big market move that would echo throughout MLB? It's the classic battle between prudence and ambition, and sources tell me that within the organization, the appetite for ambition has never been higher. They've seen how close we've come in recent years. They know the talent is here. The addition of an elite, proven difference maker at the plate could be the catalyst that finally takes us to the promised land. Therefore, my final analysis of this news is this: the link between the Brewers and Kyle Schwarber, while speculative at this stage, is grounded in sound strategic logic. It represents the acknowledgement that to win the ultimate prize, it may be necessary to break your own mold. It's a high-risk, high-reward move, but one that aligns perfectly with the team's current status as a legitimate title contender. The front office will be doing its due diligence, and I can guarantee you this won't be the last time we hear about the Brewers targeting a big bat this offseason. Now, I want to hear from you, the Brew Crew, the heart and soul of this team. What do you think of this possibility? Should the Brewers open up the checkbook and make an aggressive push for Kyle Schwarber? Or do you believe the financial risk is too great and that we should stay true to our strategy of building from within? This is the kind of decision that defines an era for a franchise. Leave your opinions, your arguments in the comments below. I read absolutely all of them. And to ensure you don't miss any updates on this story and all the other inside news as we push for the playoffs and head into what promises to be a historic offseason, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. I bring you the information straight from the source with the analysis you won't find anywhere else. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Brewers!